channel. Hey, if this is your first time through, you're probably wondering, what is this all about? Well, we live up to our name. The channel here is literally about almost anything. We do podcasts or vidcasts where we just talk to my friends about crazy things, YouTube, movies, you name it. I'm going to do some unboxings. When I find something that's really, really cool, I'm going to just let you guys in on it. As you can tell, I'm a guitar player, so today's unboxing you're going to find really, really cool. So that's what almost anything is about. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do an unboxing. We haven't done one before. If we're going to start out with something, let's start out with something really, really cool, really, really tech, really, really interesting. How many times can I say really, really? So that is that. So anyway, so welcome to Almost Anything. I think you're going to love it. You know, like I said, guitars, big fan, and Apple products, big fan. Today, we're gonna unbox something that you probably have heard about. It was the best of NAMM back when they did NAMM before COVID, which we don't do anymore. I don't know how they're gonna do NAMM this year. The winter NAMM will probably be virtual, which will be strange. But the best of NAMM 2020 was Positive Grid's Spark Practice Amp. So we can tell it's all boxed up. I've been waiting all day to break into this little bad boy. So I'm gonna do two things. One, I don't know if you don't know anything about Positive Grid Spark Amp. It is a practice amp that has a cajillion different models built into it. You run it off of an iPad. You can also run it off Android devices. But what we have found, through research and whatnot, is that most people who are running it off iPads have a lot better luck. I am not a massively skilled guitar player, so a practice amp is always nice. But this has so many different effects, different amps built into it, all basically an amp that runs off of a Bluetooth connection with an iPad, and then the iPad, you're basically running the entire head. Now, it's a 40-watt amp. I've watched, probably like you, a bunch of different reviews, and so I'm not going to talk too much longer about it because I always say the same thing through the YouTube video. I'm like, get to it, dude. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. So this is going to be a two-part video. We'll probably keep it all the same one. So we're just going to unbox it just to show you what you get when you get it, because that's always cool. Everybody likes the new car smell, so I'm going to take you guys through that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through a quick walkthrough of what you can do on this iPad. And there's tons of videos out there to do it, but now that a year has gone by and updates have come, we're going to kind of do an updated version of what it is you can do with the Spark. So let's check it out. That's always a little bit jaunting, you know? It's not like we're opening up a Christmas tree here. We are opening up a piece of technological equipment. All right, here we go. One box opens up to, dun, 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 and we're back. All right, so we're gonna pop this one open. There we go. The Spark 40-watt. It is not big. Actually, it was really funny today. I kind of had an idea of what I thought it was gonna look like. And then the FedEx lady showed up and she was just lugging it in one hand, although she was pretty strong. But I was like, wow, that was smaller than I thought. She's like, yeah, it's not very heavy. And I was like, well, there you go. So we got the Spark amp, practice amp from Positive Grid. So I paid for this. They didn't send me one. They didn't sponsor me one. But by all means, if you want to, Positive Grid people, you can. I'm reminding myself of my favorite guy. There's a guy on YouTube. He has a channel. I forget the name of his channel, but he cooks food. And he always, when he talks about the steaks and everything that he's gonna do, and then he goes, let's do it. And the guy makes masterpiece food. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. So we're just gonna pull some things out here. So we've got a box that, I'm just gonna kind of jump over the top here. All right, we got a box that's probably, I'm guessing this is probably just cables, right? Yes, to the cables. We've got ourselves a little, whatever. Check that out. USB, looks, ooh, wow. Old school barn door USB. It'll be interesting to see what that goes to. Power cable and power. I'm curious about this because, wow. 2015 called, they want their cable back. And then a nice little card. Don't know. That card that I threw that I was trying to be all cool. Probably gonna wish I had that back now. Okay, little foam on the top. We're gonna pull it out. Oh boy. This is crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest here. This is way smaller than I thought it was gonna be. This is way smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Truly practice amp, people. All right, let's check this out. I mean, this is probably 1.5 feet, you guys. There we go. We'll just set it up on this little box right here. So this is, as you can see, it's got two little, I don't know, what would you say? Those are about 2, 4, 5 inches, 2 5-inchers in there. By how tiny this is. So it's got a, standard, you've got your, I'll just show you there. So you've got your standard headphone jack. There is on the back there, you've got the USB. So I guess we'll find out what that is. It must be some kind of an interface. You know what I would love on here? So it's got an audio, it has an audio aux out, as you can see in the back. So we've got an audio aux out, and we've got that USB out and the DC in and whatnot. And then at the top, you've got the headphone out. I would probably prefer that was a 1/4-inch headphone out as well. And then your, power switch. And then you have a tap where you can run through, again, you're gonna run through your 4 presets. That's pretty groovy. And then you've got your onboard right there. So as you can see, it does have some onboard effects that you can kind of run through. I don't know about this. This is kind of interesting. We've got a handy carrying handle. Pretty standard stuff as far as the top controls go that you would find on most amplifiers. I am, again, blown away by the size. Even on the videos that I've seen it, maybe I don't think I've actually seen anyone handle it. But, like I said, it doesn't weigh very much. And what is that, 1.5 feet? This is not, practice amp for sure. I have a friend of mine that just bought the Katana. And that's got to be, the Katana's got to be twice as big. I have a Laney Line 2 that probably weighs 10 times more than this and is wider. And that's actually what this is going to replace, because it does have an aux out, so that you can, I know what the USB is. I figured out what the USB is. The USB, and I actually have a PreSonus, so that makes sense. The USB cable is a PreSonus interface, so you can run this direct into recording. So that's what that is. So, well, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and in my next video, we will get into some of the fancies of the iPad and whatnot. And there you go. But so that's it. That is the Spark. One of our first almost anything real quick unboxings, but that's my first impressions. Obviously, I think it's really well made. It's sturdy. It doesn't seem cheap at all. Even this crazy little handle, that's just wild. I don't know what that's all about. Also, a couple things about it that I have found, that I've heard, that if you want to know, just by way of information, because this is Bluetooth and it connects to your iPad, you can hook your phone up and just play music through this too. Pretty expensive speaker just to play music through if you wanted to, but hey, you can. So, you can just play music through it too, other than all the other bells and whistles and the things you can do as far as playing along with it, with your guitar riffs and the chords and the AI for drums and bass, which is stuff we'll all get into in the next video too. But yeah, so here we go. That's my first impression, just the unboxing. Like, wow, this is pretty cool. So we'll see where it goes. So yeah, takeaway, way smaller than I thought.